what does an SLO funnel look like? Great question, right? Well, my name is Pamela Dale, and over about the next 18 minutes or so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down for you. I'm going to show you looks like. And the other thing that I want you to really understand is that a funnel is not just the funnel. A funnel includes so much more, especially when we're talking about an SLO funnel. So an SLO funnel, self-liquidating offer, tiny offer, micro offer, and get leads funnel. Like there's a whole bunch of names, but I'm going to go with the SLO for self-liquidating offer funnel because of what we're going to break down is what I think is the traditional funnel type. Now, people will call it an unboxing funnel as well. There are lots of ideas. So an SLO funnel, we spoke yesterday about what is one, what does it cost to run one, and SLO funnel is not the first choice, and there's a couple of reasons for that. When I say the first choice, I mean the first choice as a funnel, because there are not just one offer to test and sell and fulfill, there are three. So you're going to need to know your audience really, really well. And you're going to need to put some money and some time and some energy and some real chutzpah behind this to hold on to constantly, 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 but only 100% of the time, keep tweaking it. Because 1%, you think a 0.1 or a 0.5% doesn't make a difference. It makes a huge difference in this funnel. So without further ado, let me jump over here. Let me come to my other screen, my other computer, and let's take a look. So let's start with the funnel, all right? So we have an SLO funnel, and one day I'm going to break down why I name things the way that I name them, but I want to know the product name of this funnel because it's going to help me with the rest of the pieces that we're going to go through, and it helps connect them. Two-step sales page is the first piece. There's an OTO page, there's an order confirmation page, and then there may or may not need to be a wait list if it's something that you want to run traffic to start, like this is coming. That could be a really great way to gauge whether or not there's enough interest. So those pages are here as well. But we're going to go through this first 3 pages first. So the two-step sales page, what is a two-step sales page? Well, in a traditional lead magnet funnel, you're going to take the lead information first, and then they'll go to a thank you page. So you've captured the lead. And on a traditional sales page where there's an order form, you have to capture the name and email and the payment information in one shot. So you're missing the lead if by chance they abandon cart. So we're going to go through that together as well. Meaning they fill in the first part of the two-step order form and they do not contain in their email address or their full name and their email address. And they go to step 2. Sometimes you put the price on the sales page. Sometimes you don't, right? And they come in and go, oh, $27. Okay, yeah, I'll get it later. I got interrupted. Oh, all of a sudden you're asking me to commit, right? All of a sudden you're asking me to give you my leverage, which is my credit card. So I'm going to think about that. So that's why it's a 2-step. You collect the lead in the beginning and then you can push them to the sale or push them to a nurture sequence. And I'm going to show you that workflow as well. So here is our offer. Here is our order bump. If I take the order bump, you can see it's added an additional $7 on, and now I have my $34 offer. That's the first piece. So if I go ahead and I fill this out, now I don't have a payment method on here, but what happens next is inside of the funnel, I'm then going to come to the OTO page. And the OTO page gives me the option to do, I like a video sales letter on an OTO page, and I think this is a really great way to quickly get them to take the next offer. And then in an SLO funnel, this is the beauty of it, is it's just a one-click upsell. You'll hear that language out and about as well. We've got a one-click upsell, or we've got no thank you, please complete my order. So this, if it's this step is taken, and I can't remember exactly the time frame, but it's not very long because Stripe has to hold the details of that credit card information for a certain amount of time before it has to let it go in this transaction. So this could time out as well. So you may want to And this is the thing with the funnel, like we can build on 1,000 pages on this, right? But you may want to do, you missed it, OTO as well, which I've done before and I've had people take it. So we maybe talk about that at another time, about this funnel, right? So there is the upsell, and then of course there is a downsell. I'm not a great fan of downsell, because my first thought is, what? You wanted me to pay full price and now you're going to give me a different deal? I find it not up to the standard that I operate on. That's up to you. There's no judgment here, but that's why it's not in this funnel. But you can absolutely do that. Just like this. This button can be a yes. This no can take you to the next downsell. So I'll show you how to do that. And then, of course, some information on that, and some guarantees and things like that. So those are the 3 pieces of that funnel. But just imagine, if you will, for just a moment, what happens at each stage of this. Let's jump into the automations and let's take a look. The system will do a lot of this work for us. So this is very sexy. So under automations, you can see I've named it the same. So I know that these are the, obviously, because it's the only one here, right? But you can see immediately that this matches the funnel that I'm actually working in as well, right? So here's my waitlist workflow. This is a workflow that will tag them that they've come to that waitlist page, and it says, hey, you're on the list. And it's going to put them inside of an opportunity, which is also really important inside of any funnel that you are running, because I think one of the biggest mistakes that you and I make when we run a funnel is we do not have enough follow-up or enough touch points with the people that actually showed interest. They've gone off to the next thing. You've gone off to the next thing. And all of that time, energy, and money that you put into getting that first waitlist or that first opt-in, right? But not a purchase, that abandoned cart, we're not spending enough time on them. So this will put, that workflow will put them on this stage in this pipeline on this opportunity. So that's really, really important to understand. Wait 0.3 minutes just for fun. And then let's pop out a waitlist email that says, you're on the list. You get to customize this. It's very delicious. You get to brand it a little bit. I wouldn't go crazy with branding, but I would put a little bit of color in so it looks like you. And that's our first workflow. Then what you'll do, when it's time to run this next sales page, you're going to come into the contacts and you're going to grab all the contacts that have the waitlist tag. Now, this is a test account, but I would have had the waitlist tag and I would have pushed this through to the sales page. So I would have written an email that says, hey, we're now live, jump in, that thing that you had, and here's the urgency and scarcity, and let's go and purchase it. So that's really great. And you will also want to add your list to that same email, but you may want to write 2 emails. You may want to write one to the waitlist because they raised their hand, and another to your list that says you might be interested in this. So that's very, very important. And then, or you could put your whole list through the wait list and then put your whole list through. You get to decide how many times you're going to send these emails. You want to send more than you're comfortable with. That's tip number 1. Abandoned cart. This is if they only opted in on that order form. It did not come through to a sale. It wasn't the bump. It wasn't the upsell. It's the opt-in. And we're going to go through, and I'm going to save you from going through all the steps that inside of this system that you can get absolutely no charge. Just drop me a line down below and I'll pop this over for you, absolutely ready with the training to go with it. So we don't need to go through it all, but we're going to put that same on that pipeline for the abandoned cart. They're going to sit here. We're going to know who they are. We could reach out to them on social media, right? We could send them a different email, which we're going to do right here. We're going to tag them. We're going to send them, oh my God, you forgot. We're going to send them, oh my God, you forgot number 2. And then we're going to put them into the nurture didn't buy workflow, which you can see in this funnel map as well, that if they abandon here, they're going to come down to this sequence here that has 5 emails in it. So then that's our nurture didn't buy sequence. Perfect. You get to decide what these are. I love a 5 email welcome series telling your story. There's some really great templates out there. I've not written any of them really myself. I've done Seinfeld, I've done soap opera, I've done some from Julie Chanel, I've done some other ones. So they're better writers than I am. So I go to the experts. And then the main product fulfillment. This is they bought the first, what was it, $27 offer? That's the main product fulfillment. What is it that they purchased? So your onboarding matters. I don't care if I get 6 emails from everything that I purchased, label them clearly, tell me what my next steps are for each purchase, walk me like I'm a baby down the little path, right? That's very, very important to me. So now we've got that this was a sale, right? And then I'm gonna remove them from the abandoned cart. I'm gonna remove the didn't buy tag. I'm gonna add a purchase tag, and then we're gonna put them on the pipeline. We're gonna send the product fulfillment. And if by chance, offer, course, whatever wording you'd like to use, that is where you will fulfill that as well, along with anything else that needs to happen. Next, you've got an order bump fulfillment. I don't know if it's a PDF or if it's a course or if it's a call or if it's something else, right? Join a group, private group, whatever it is, you want to be sure that it's various steps for this order bump fulfillment. I need to see it separately. Personally, too much information in one email, I'm just going to eye roll it. I'm not going to read it all. I'm going to have to come back 3 times. My experience with you is going to be challenging right out of the gate. And then, of course, OTO. If I've purchased the OTO, what is the OTO product? How do I move my now new client through that system? So that's the breakdown of the funnel. Now, there are other pieces like tags you saw, right? There are custom values, meaning I can come in here and change out this product name with this product name here and use this custom value. You've seen custom values in email templates, contact name, same thing. In my system, you're able to fill all of those out to start with. So imagine if you have product 1, order bump 1, OTO 1, and it all in, change it all out, and you don't need to go to all the emails. You don't lose and have it, God forbid, it does in my system as well, goes out and I've missed something, right? So this will help you do that. So that's also part of this. And then there are the email templates here that belong with the system. And you can take this structure and now build it into and out from here. This is the beauty of this, is that this is such a great blueprint to start from that you can take this as your basic structure, which if you're getting into 3 upsells and 4 downsells and 6 order bumps, I'm exaggerating, of course. How in the world, in Jesus' name, are you going to know how to do that? First of all, that many tested offers. Do you have that much ability to fulfill? That's a lot to build. That's a lot to fulfill on. And that's a lot to track at the beginning. So sometimes what we're trying to do, and I won't know the answer for you, but sometimes what we're trying to do is milk one client so much versus, let me show you this. This is going to be delightful. Versus what we would normally need and what I would highly suggest you do, and that is go to your statistics and improve the statistics on each level by 1%. That is going to get you more income. Oh, where did that flip to? That was fun. Oh, I went into my funnels. That's going to give you more inside of your business and pocketbook at every stage until you get to the SLO statistics that we're looking for. So 3% for purchase on the first page, first order is phenomenal. Phenomenal, folks, phenomenal. So if I've got my stats here as my rate of, let's wait for it to load here, as my rate of 2.5%, I am laughing all the way to the bank. Then I might take a look at where is the next piece that is going to give me and my client the most bang for my buck. Meaning there's not a lot of fulfillment. Maybe it's something I've already created. Maybe that's the order bump next. Maybe I come in and I check the headline on the order bump. Maybe it's the pricing on the order bump. Maybe it's the copy on the order bump. Maybe it's the OTO. Maybe it's, can you hear where I'm going? More important, These can be more important than the next offer, next offer, next offer. Now, you know your client. The other piece that we're going to talk about at a later date is something that people do not pay attention to, and that is your email open rate and click-through rate. Oh, folks, your email open rate, if it is not at 20% and your click-through rate is not at something like 2%, work on your open rates on your emails. Start with a better list. Are you running your offers to a dead email list? Stay with us, folks. We're going to break all of this down for you. We're getting down a road this week. But I promise you, this funnel, drop a line down below, let me get this over. You can have the funnel, you can have everything that I've got, and more. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about, my system is loading really slowly today. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about, watch this, before you run an SLO funnel. How do you know if an SLO funnel is the right option for your business? We're going to get into some numbers. See you then. Have a great day.